Next example is, if a vector field is given by f bar is given, then evaluate this integration or line integral f bar dr bar where c is the ellipse. Here in first example we have given circle equation and the integration terms. In this example we have given ellipse equation, that is x square upon a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. This is the standard type ellipse equation and z equal to 0. So here f bar is given and ellipse equation is given, and we have to evaluate this integration, that is line integral answer. So in first example and in second example only equation of curve is different, that is in first equation we have given circle equation and in second we have given ellipse equation. So write the f bar dr bar is equal to the f bar value and dr bar value. So in previous example I have taken directly f bar value and dr bar value. By multiplying we get this cos y dx plus x into 1 minus sin y dy. Then find uv values. Here f bar is given sin y plus x into 1 plus cos y. So put the value of given value of f bar, which is in example it is given f bar is sin y into I into x plus cos y j. Dr bar value is fixed, dxi plus dy j. Recall this or remember this. Then matrix multiplication is sin y dx I into I is 1, x into 1 plus cos y dy, j into j is 1. So this is your converted f bar into dr bar. Then compare this converted integration, given integration with standard formula from Green's lemma, that is u dx plus v dy. Comparing we get u equal to sin y, v equal to x into 1 plus cos y. Then by Green's lemma this is equal to vx minus uy dx dy. Vx value is, vx means take this, take multiplication x plus x cos y, then take this derivative of v with respect to x. X derivative is 1 and cos y, which is constant, this is your partial derivative, so cos y is constant with respect to x. So cos y is constant as it is, x derivative is into 1, so 1 we get 1 plus cos y. Then minus uy means take the sin y derivative with respect to y, so sin y derivative is minus cos y. Cos y get cancelled, we get dx dy. So this is your area equation, area formula, and we have given the ellipse equation. So this is your area of ellipse, and area of this ellipse is fixed. The answer is pi ab, and we know the ellipse area, and this is the standard formula for ellipse. So ellipse area for this standard ellipse, the area is fixed, that is pi ab. This is formula, so remember this. And this, by converting this line integral terms, we get lastly the area equation or area formula, and the equation is given which is ellipse. So this is your area of ellipse, this ellipse, and we know the area of ellipse which is fixed and which is the formula, standard formula, that is pi ab. Hence the line integral answer is pi ab. We are relating this line integral answer with area of ellipse. So this is equal to area, and the equation given is of ellipse. So area of ellipse, and we know area of ellipse which is fixed, that is pi ab. So pi ab is answer of area. Again pi ab is answer of our line integral. Next is verify Green's theorem for this integration. Integration is given where c is the bounded by. Here the curve is not given, there are two curves are given, y equal to x and y equal to x square. So this is your y equal to x curve, that is straight line passing through origin and lie in first and third quadrant. Y equal to x square or x square equal to, so x square equal to, it is the parabola which is open at the upper side. So this is your parabolic equation and it is the standard formula. So remember this curve nature. X square equal to, these are the parabola which is upper side or lower side. X square equal to positive term, upper side curve or upper side parabola. X square equal to negative term, lower side parabola. Y square equal to positive term, right side parabola, open at right side. and y square equal to negative term open at left side. So this is your x square equal to positive term, that is open at upper side. So this is your x square equal to y parabola, and y equal to x, this is also again fixed. This is the straight line, standard straight line passing through origin, which line lies in first and third quadrant. So here given integration is this. So directly in this example we have given directly u dx plus v dy. So here to verify Green's theorem means, Green's theorem left side is this u dx plus v dy. So we have to first find the LHS and then RHS, and if the LHS answer and RHS answer are same, then we can say that the Green's theorem is verified. So Green's theorem formula is in which the LHS is this integration of u dx plus v dy. So find this left side first. So we are finding the LHS first. So here the given integration is this. So this is equal to LHS of Green's theorem, that is u dx plus v dy. So here to prove Green's theorem, we are finding this LHS by using the path method, which we have studied in line integral point. So path method means, here this is equal to, there are two paths for covering this curve, this bounded curve, as the curve is given in not in a single equation. This is given, the curve is given in bounded form, bounded by two curves, that is y equal to x straight line and parabola. So straight line and parabola, the bounded curve is this. So among this bounded curve we have to find this integration. So here we are finding this left side of Green's theorem by using the path method. So there are two paths. First is a to b and then b to a. That is, here first path is you can say it as C1 path, a to b C1 path, and b to a C2 path. A to b C1 path is lies on this parabola, and C2 path lies on straight line, this straight line, and this is parabola. So to find this left side, we have to add the line integral of these two paths. So path C1 integration plus path C2 integration. So here this point we have to calculate, because the point is not given. So how to calculate this intersecting point? This intersecting point is of two curves. One curve is x equal to y and second curve is y equal to x. So solve these two curves and find the intersecting points of these two curves. So y equal to x and y equal to x square. How to solve? Put any one equation in the other. So put y equal to x in this, or put y value as, put first equation in second or second equation in first. You can use or you can choose any option. So here I have put second equation in first. So put y equal to x square in this. So x square equal to x square. Y value is x square. So x square equal to x. Solve this equation. X square minus x equal to 0. Take common x into x minus 1 equal to 0. So x equal to 0 or x minus 1 equal to 0. That is x equal to 1. So we get two values of x. So put two values of x here. We get same values of y. So y equal to 0 and y equal to 1. So the points are 0, 0 and 1, 1. So this point is 0, 0 and this point is 1, 1. So which are the intersecting point? So how to find the intersecting point of any curves? Solve these curves, we get the intersecting point. So this is your intersecting point 1, 1. So how to find the LHS? You have to find this line integral along the path AB, and second line integral along the path C2, that is BA path. So first line integral is along path C1, which is AB path, and AB path which lies on parabola, that is y equal to x square parabola. So for this, the given integration equal to as on this path, parabolic path, we get limits of x 0 to 1. How to get? On this y equal to x square path, we get limits of x as 0 to 1. So this is your AB path, C1 path. So on this C1 path, the limits of x, here the path is start from A and end to B. So here the x value is 0 and x value here is 1. So this is your lower limit 0, this is your upper limit 1. Lower limit of x is 0, upper limit of x is 1. So 0 to 1, these are the limits of x for AB path. So here we get the limits for this integration 0 to 1. So as these limits are limits of x, hence convert this whole integration in terms of dx, because we have taken the x value here for the limits. So as we have taken x values, so convert this whole integration in terms of dx. So put y value here. So this is your curve equation along this path AB. So along the path AB is of parabolic, and parabola equation is y equal to x square. So this AB path equation is y equal to x square. So AB path is y equal to x square. So put y value as x square here. So y equal to x square, y square equal to x raised to 4, and from this dy equal to, so y equal to x square, then take the derivative, dy equal to x derivative is 2x dx. So derivative dy means derivative of x square, that is derivative of x square here. So derivative of x square is 2x. So put the value of y here, and dy value is 2x dx here in this, and solve this regular integration with respect to x, putting the limits of x from 0 to 1, we get the 19/20 answer. Next is along the path BA, that is the second part, C2. So this C2 path lies on the straight line, and straight line equation is y equal to x. Hence the C2 path equation is y equal to x. So here the path is this area is covered. Starting point is A, then B, and again B to A. So the first path is A to B. Hence we take the limit as 0 to 1, limits of x. And the second C2 path is B to A. Hence we have to take the limits as 1 to 0 here, because the path is in opposite side or opposite direction. So from B to A path, we have started to cover the area from the point A, B, A to B, B to A. Then we can cover this area. So A to B means this is your C1 path. Take the limits as 0 to 1. And from B to A, take the limits as 1 to 0. So here BA path is your straight line. Straight line equation is y equal to x. So this y equal to x is your C2 equation, C2 path equation. And the limits are 1 to 0. So here along the path BA path is y equal to x, that is straight line. Limits are 1 to 0. So these limits are values of x. Hence convert this whole term in terms of dx. Put y square value, that is y is equal to x. So y square is x square. Then dy value is dy equal to dx here. Take the derivative on both sides. So dy equal to dx. So put the values and find the integration. Put the limits, we get the answer. So by adding these two line integral answers, we get the left side of Green's lemma, u dx plus v dy equal to 19/20 minus 1. Add these two answers. So we get minus 1/20. So this is your LHS as we have calculated. Then RHS of Green's lemma is RHS equal to a double integration Vx minus uy dx dy. So here in the example we have given this integration. So this is your integration of u dx plus v dy as we have written here. So u value is xy plus y square, and v value is x square. So we have taken here derivative. So vx is, u value is xy plus y square, dx coefficient is your u and dy coefficient is your v from the Green's lemma formula, and v value is dy coefficient, that is x square. So by taking the derivative, vx means take the derivative with respect to x, x square derivative is 2x, and uy is, in this y is constant, so y as it is, x derivative is 1. So sorry, we have to take the u derivative with respect to y. So with respect to y, x is constant, so x as it is, y derivative is 1 plus y square derivative is 2y dx dy. Simplifying this, we get x minus 2y dx dy. So here solve this double integration. So here we studied only one integration in 12th standard. So how to solve the double integration? Double integration means we have to one by one solve the integration. That is, first evaluate the inner integral, or this inner integration, this is your inner आतल्या sideचं integration. Inside, first this is integration we have to solve. So first, these are the words in double integration chapter. This is your inner integral. So first solve this inner integral and then outer integral. So for that we want limits for both the integrations. So what are the limits? As this is the integration with respect to dx dy, as it is mentioned in RHS. So for dx dy we have to use the values of x and values of y. So we want limits of x and limits of y here. So what are the limits? So this is important. So we have to take the limits of x and limits of y both from the diagram. So here in this, from this diagram or from this curve, from this shaded area, we have to take the limits of x and limits of y. So in xy axis, when we go from downward to upward direction, we get the y limits. That is, here if this point is 0 1, so here we get y value, that is 1. Then here we get, if this point is 0 2, we get y equal to 2. Here we get y equal to 3, y equal to 4, y equal to 5, y equal to 6. So in this concept, when we go from downward to upward direction in xy plane or xy axis, we get the y limits when we go from downward to upward direction. And when we go from left to right, that is, here if this point is 1 0, so we get x equal to 1. Here this point is 2 0, then we get x equal to 2, x equal to 3, x equal to 4, x equal to 5, etc. So in that, the conclusion is, when in xy plane, when we go from left to right, we get the x limits, and when we go from downward to upward direction, we get the y limits. So use this concept for finding the limits of x and y. So how to find? So here, to from start from this point A, and when we go from this point to this point B, we are supposed to go from left to right. We are starting here at point A and going to right side and reaches to point B. That is, we are going from left to right. So from left to right, we get limits of x. So starting point of this curve is A. So here x value is 0. And from left to right, we reaches at this point B. So this is your end point. And this end point, the value of x is 1. So from A to B, when we cover this shaded area, we are going from left to right. So from left to right, when we go from left to right, we have to take the values of x as limits of x. So here x is 0, here x is 1. So these are the limits of x, that is x equal to 0 to 1. X equal to 0 to 1. And when we go from downward to upward direction, that is, downward means here the curve will start from downward direction to upward direction. So when we go from downward to upward direction, that is this point to this point. You can take this as a strip or a straight line. So from this point, this is your lower limit or lower value of y. When you go to this point, you get the upper value of y. So here we are suppose that we are going from downward to upward direction, downward to upward direction. So from downward point, we get the lower limit of y, and at this point we get upper limit of y. So here lower limit of y means this point is on this curve, that is parabola. So here y value is x square, hence lower limit of y is x square. 2, the upper limit of y is when we go from downward to upward direction. From downward we get lower limit. So this point is on this parabola. The parabola equation is this, and from this we get the value of y, that is y equal to x square. So this is your first value of y, lower limit of value of y, that is x square. And when we go to upward direction and reaches to this point, because area is covered, whole area is covered, so we have to stop here, and this point is on straight line. Straight line equation is y equal to x. So here y is value of y is x. So upper limit of y is y equal to x. So we get limits of x and limits of y. Limits of x from left to right we have to go, and to find limits of y we have to go from downward to upward direction. From left to right, here x value is 0, x value is 1. So from left to right we get limits of x, that is 0 to 1. And from downward to upward direction, take the strip or the straight line. Strip means scale type shape. You have to take the strip in that area. So this is your strip. So this is your downward point, this is your upward point. So downward point is on parabola. Parabola is y equal to x square. So y value is x square. This is your lower limit. And upward, in upward direction, the end point is this, and this point is on straight line. So straight line equation is y equal to x. Hence the upper value of y is x. So y limits are x square to x. Y limits are x square to x, and x limits are 0 to 1. So here y limits are x square to x and x limits are 0 to 1. So as these are the y limits, so take the integration of this function with respect to y first. So these are the concept in double integration chapter. These are, as the limits are y values or y limits, so we have to take the integration of this function with respect to y first. So solve this first integration with respect to y. So we get the answer of this integration, and then again take the integration of this answer with respect to x and put the limits 0 to 1. So in such way that we have to find the double integration. We are evaluating the double integration. So for double integration we have to evaluate one by one integration. So how to with respect to which we have to take first integration. So here x square to x, these are the y values, y limits, hence take the integration with respect to y first, dy. Take dy here, and then find the integration answer, and then again find this outer integration with respect to x. So with respect to y, x constant, x as it is, dy integration is y, minus 2 as it is, y integration is y square by 2. Put the limits from x square to x. So here x as it is, dy integration is y, minus 2 as it is, y square, y integration is y square by 2. 2 get cancelled, we get y square from x square to x. So these limits are of y, that is these are the y limits. Hence we have to put here y equal to x upper limit, and then y equal to x square lower limit. So put y equal to x here. These values are of y limits, or y values are there for limits. So put y equal to x first here. So x as it is, y equal to x, then x square minus lower limit as x square for y equal to x square. So y equal to x square, y square is x raised to 4. Simplify this, we get this. So we get the first inner integration answer with respect to y, and after putting the limits of y, we get x terms, remaining terms are x. So here the remaining integration is with respect to x. So again evaluate this outer integration with respect to x and put the limits, outer limits, that is 0 to 1, we get the answer. So the RHS answer is, the LHS answer is minus 1 by 20, and RHS is, for RHS answer is again minus 1 by 20. So LHS and RHS answer are same, hence Green's lemma or Green's theorem verified. Green's theorem is this: we first find this LHS by using path method, and for finding or evaluating this RHS we using double integration method. So study this. Then next example is using Green's theorem or Green's lemma, evaluate this integration. Integration is given and C curve is given, which is a triangle enclosed by y equal to 0, x equal to pi by 2 and y equal to 2x by pi. So here y equal to 0 means x axis. Draw first this triangle with these lines, using these lines. So y equal to 0 means x axis, this is your first line. Then x equal to pi by 2 means x equal to, this is the basic type equation which is parallel to y axis. So take this as a straight line which is parallel to y axis. So this is your x equal to pi by 2 equation. Then this is your y equal to 0 equation, that is x axis, and this is your x equal to pi by 2 equation. So this point is pi by 2 0. Then y equal to 2 by pi x or 2x by pi. So this is your y equal to 2 by pi x. So this is again, this straight line is again same as y equal to x line, and y equal to x line is a the nature is same, that is left side is y term, right side is x term. Left side is y term, right side is x term. Whatever the constant multiplied here, the nature is not changed, nature is same as this. So y equal to x, this is the straight line passing through origin and lies in first and third quadrant. So y equal to 2 by pi into x, that is constant into x, the nature not different from this. So same straight line which is passing through the origin and lies in first and third quadrant. So we have to find this intersecting point. So solve this two straight lines. This straight line is x equal to pi by 2, this straight line is pi equal to 2 by pi x. So solve these 2 points, 2 equations, that is put one equation in other. So this is easy. So put x equal to pi by 2 in this, we get pi by 2. So 2 can cancel, pi cancel, we get y equal to 1. So here we get x point is x equal to pi by 2 means x point is pi by 2, and after solving these two straight lines, this straight line is and this straight line, that is these two equations, straight line equations, second equation we put in this, we get y equal to 1. So the point is, intersecting point is pi by 2 1. So this is your triangle. So using Green's theorem you have to find this. So first write the given integration y minus sin x dx plus cos x dx. Then write the left side of Green's theorem u dx plus v dy, comparing these two. This is your LHS of Green's theorem or Green's formula. So compare the given integration with the LHS of Green's theorem. We get u value as y minus sin x and v value as cos x by comparison, dx coefficient and dy coefficient. Then by Green's theorem, this LHS equal to this RHS. So RHS is double integration Vx minus uy dx dy. So put Vx value and uy value in this RHS of Green's theorem. So Vx means v derivative with respect to x. So cos x derivative is minus sin x. Minus uy derivative is y derivative is 1. So minus 1. Sin x is constant. So u derivative, partial derivative of u with respect to y. Partial derivative of u with respect to y. With respect to y, sin x is constant. This is the concept of partial derivative. So minus sin x is constant. Constant derivative is 0. So we get only derivative of y. Y derivative is 1. So minus sin x minus 1 dx dy. So the remaining is, we have to take the limits from this triangle. So here, when we go from left to right, we get the x limits, and when we go from downward to upward direction, take this strip as this, like this. When we go from downward to upward direction, we get the y limits. So from left to right, here x value, we get x value. So here x value is 0, here x value is pi by 2. So we get x limits as limits as 0 to pi by 2 from left to right. While going from left to right, we get here x is 0 0 because this is 0 0 point. So here x is 0, and while going from left to right, you have to stop here, and on this straight line the x value is, on this straight line the x value is pi by 2. Hence the limits are 0 to pi by 2. And from going from downward to upward direction, here we get y value. So y value is, this is your x axis. On x axis y value is 0. This is the standard equation. X axis equation is y equal to 0. So this is your lower limit of y lies in on this strip, and this is your upper limit of y. So here from this point we get lower limit of y. From this point we get upper limit of y. This point is lie on x axis, and x axis equation is y equal to 0. So at this we get y equal to 0 value. So this is your lower limit of y, and on this we get upper value of y, that is this point is on straight line. This straight line is y equal to, so this is your y value at this point. So at this point y is 0, at this point y is 2 by pi x. So the y limits are 0 to 2 by pi x. So y limits are 0 to 2 by 2x by pi, and x limits are 0 to pi by 2. So these are the y limits. So solve this integration with respect to y first. Find this integration answer. Then again find the outer integration with respect to dx. So here minus sin x minus y with respect to y, this is constant. So write as it is, and dy integration is y. Dy integration is y from 0 to 2x by pi. Put the limits, put value of y as upper limit 2x by pi and lower limit is 0. We get 2x by pi minus 0, that is 2x by pi, and this term as it is. Take minus sign as common or keep as it is. Then outer integration is from 0 to pi by 2 with respect to x. So 2x minus 2 by pi constant, take outside, then 1 plus sin x into x. So use UV rule. We are many times used this UV rule in Fourier series. So for deep study of UV rule, check the videos of Fourier series. So apply Fourier UV rule. U as it is, x as it is. Next term is v1. v1 means its integration. 1 integration with respect to x is x minus plus sin x integration is minus cos x, minus u dash means x derivative. X derivative is 1. Then v2 means v1 integration. X integration is x square by 2 minus cos x integration is sin x from 0 to pi by 2. Put the upper limit and lower limit, sin pi by 2, sin 0, cos pi by 2. After putting these values, we get the answer minus pi by 4 minus 2 by pi. So this is your second point, Green's lemma. Thank you.